Hello, guys. Welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for following, for subscribing. Listen, I don't have my notes for you guys today, but what I do have is more motivation, more inspiration because there is a lot going on. And I think that you have to prepare yourself for what is occurring in our country, in our economy, in our world, right? The last video that I uploaded was talking about the mindset of home ownership. And I want you guys to know, if you are an OG here on the channel, okay, there is only 685 of you the last time I checked. For all of my OGs, those of you that have been following me, who had just subscribed, you guys know that I have said that we are in the year of not getting tricked out the bag, right? My goal is to bring you guys data that is going to actually help you secure a home loan or help you to keep your house if you own a house, or if you want to become a homeowner, to become a homeowner, right? So I'm just going to put this, what do you call this? Like this little interlude here. If you don't believe in home ownership, please don't waste our time in the comments with the negative comments. If you have some genuine education, some genuine knowledge that you want to share with the viewers of this channel and those to come, then take a seat. Welcome, welcome. We welcome you. But this is for my homeowners. This is for the people that are truly trying to purchase, whether you want to be a personal use, it's going to be your primary residence, or you're looking to become an investor or a landlord or even Airbnb, right? That this is still your moment, okay? You got to understand that the economy is going to have ebbs and flow. And I have to dig a little deeper on this data that I just saw, because I was putting data together, but then I had to rush out to bring my son to get his haircut. So I forgot my camera and all my notes are on my phone. But what I do remember is that the latest unemployment records show that we have an unemployment rate nationally of 4.5%. Okay. They're saying that this is a historically low unemployment. I got to look at the data. I got to look at the data and I will bring it back to you guys. I don't know. I started creating shorts with the data that I get for you guys, and I'm using like AI to put together some news like shorts, so that if you don't got 20 minutes, you just need like 3 minutes to get to the data. Check out my shorts, because I'm starting to upload shorts, and yeah, we're gonna grow there too. But basically, what I found peculiar is that the data is saying that it's 4.5% unemployment nationwide, right? The lowest in a very long time. But then UPS just laid off 20,000 drivers, and they're shutting down, I think it's 73 facilities nationwide, right? We got about 90,000 federal workers that were laid off. Within that mix, a few of them got severances. They got the buyout. And the reporter was saying that the people that took the buyout, technically, if they're still receiving service payments, those people are not counted in our unemployment numbers. Okay. So why is this data important to you if you're trying to buy a home? Because right now, there is a lot of false fear that has been pumped into the market, right? On top of there being a 4.5% unemployment, which is not high, it's very, very low. There is also a lot of new jobs. They were talking about, I told you guys in another video, technology, healthcare, warehouses, right? And I know that sounds strange, given that, tariffs we don't know what's going to happen. One thing I can say, that all the economists that I'm watching and articles that I'm reading from reporters and things, people that are reporting this economy news, everyone seems to be under the same understanding that we can't call what these tariffs are going to do to the country just yet. Okay, I'm not saying that it's not looking a certain type of way. What I'm saying is that no one can make a definite um prediction. We got to wait until June. We got to wait until June to see what the job loss rates, what are the unemployment rates, what are the housing market, what are the mortgage rates, right? I told you guys on another video the debate Donald Trump wants to lower our home interest rates, and Jerome Powell doesn't. President Trump thinks that lower rates will bring more buyers out, which it will, because we saw previously rates dropped a few points and mortgage applications shot up. So, of course, our president is on the right track, but, huge but, and this is why it's such a big debate. And I'm quite sure the president is assessing all of this data. Jerome and the Federal Reserves, they want to eradicate inflation. And what happens with lowering interest rates is that that brings in more buyers. More buyers create a higher demand, which will shoot up the price of homes again. So I kind of misspoke on the last video. What I really meant to say is that lower interest rates will bring a higher demand into the market and will also raise the price of homes, because we know that we have a lot of pent up buyers because we have had low inventory for a very long time. If you've been trying to buy a house within the last, I would say 3 years, maybe not so far back. Let me see. When did it really get competitive? It was competitive last summer for sure, competitive the summer before. Yeah, like literally, we have seen a lot of multiple offer situations, a lot of cash buyers, people paying over market value. It has been a strong seller's market, y'all, for like the last 3-4 years, right? The pandemic, let me not be political. The pandemic kind of tipped all of this off, and that's where inflation and home prices took off. So I'm just saying a lot to basically say that what the Federal Reserves are pushing back on, it's kind of understandable because we've already seen what extremely low interest rates will do to the economy, right? Because it caused the inflation that's here. But here is the caveat: people are practically giving houses away. Like every time I look around, there is a no money down first time home buyer program. There is the VA loan will pay the buyer's broker commission if they'll work that out in your loan when you're buying the house. They also do that for FHA. You got Bank of America. They got all these community redevelopment housing grants, like no money down, forgivable, no interest loans. Like there are tons of programs out right now, and I've been reporting on them. And I think I just uploaded one of those shorts about down payment assistance. If it's available, I will link this video to that short so you're watching the right short. But oh, I did. I uploaded it. That's for Maryland, okay? I'm gonna upload one for Virginia, one for DC, because that's where I work. I'm licensed in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. But I will also do one for national down payment assistance, housing grants, how to buy a house with no money, how to buy a house with bad credit, how to buy a house when you make a lot of money but you don't want to spend your money. You know what I mean? I'm gonna help y'all find the down payment assistance programs that are not going to penalize you for being a baller, right? Because who wants to spend their money if they can keep it in the bank? I kind of got off on sidetrack, but what I am trying to say is that there are a lot of buyer programs right now. And I have to look this up. This was going to be the data for today. I want to look up what the closed transactions look like in the DMV. Yo, somebody's uncle, cousin, brother is riding through this parking lot with his music blasting, and now my car is vibrating. I'm so glad I took out my microphone. So I hope y'all still hear me, because literally, I bet you if I look back, it's going to be a Honda with some spoofers, whatever those things are, those little wings. Child, I can't see it, but it's annoying. It's annoying. All right. But, anyways, I said all that to say that even with everything that they're giving away right now, um, buyers are still hesitant in some parts of the country. We're seeing it in some parts in the DMV. Definitely the higher the price point, the slower the homes are moving. The further away from the city you are, the slower the homes are moving. They're staying on the market longer. Houses are on the market now 45 days plus, right? Once upon a time, houses were flying. I know that they're still flying if you're purchasing 450 and below, again, depending on what part of town. But with that all being said, if you are a buyer that has been waiting to get a good deal, this is possibly going to be the market for you, because there are a lot of homes that have been sitting on the market 45 days plus, and they're going to be willing to work with you to get their home sold, right? Because you want to find a seller that's highly motivated. I talk about this all the time when I do my listing appointments. If I'm going to work with the seller, I know what a highly motivated seller looks like, right? Somebody that has to sell their house, they're not interested. Yes, in the beginning, because if you hire a good realtor, we're going to give you an average estimated days on market. So in the beginning, everyone, isn't trying to give away too much or want to wait for the best offer. But after that 30-day mark, y'all, I don't know a seller that only the sellers that don't have to move. Remember, highly motivated sellers are going to give you a deal. Okay? Highly motivated sellers, they don't want to keep paying a mortgage that they don't at a house. A lot of them don't even live in the houses. They be gone. Okay? The house is vacant. I'm dropping nuggets. Like, so this is the part of the video that if you're trying to buy a house and get a good deal, you want to listen to this part of the video. All right. So you look for a house that's been on the market 45 days plus. You look for a house that is vacant. Sometimes if you have some money, remember how I said I'm going to help you keep some money in the bank. If you have some money, you can look at a house that maybe needs a little bit of work, right? Your realtor should be negotiating a home inspection for you. Okay. In a buyer's market, go ahead and get everything that you want. Get your home inspection. I told y'all, don't ever waive your appraisal. But yes, do your due diligence. Find out the cost of the repairs. All houses are going to have repairs. Even brand new homes, like fresh off the lot, the builder just put your letters and numbers on the front porch. Even those homes end up with issues, right? Granted, you can get a home warranty. You can negotiate a home warranty if you're doing a resale. New construction, they're going to have warranties on certain repairs. So you are covered there with new construction. But the point of the story is that there's always work to do in a new home. And so you can pay for it, or you could buy a house at a good deal, come in there, do the work, and then get you some equity on the back end off the sweat that you put in the beginning. All right. That's what we call sweat equity in real estate. So we were talking about, how to spot a good deal when you're purchasing residential primary residence or even investment properties at this point. The house been on the market 30, 45 days plus. You see that they've dropped their price once. You look at the house needs some renovations. If that's the case, schedule another showing and come out with the contractor. That's a cheaper way to kind of get an idea of what's going on with the house without paying a $500, $600, $1,000 home inspection, depending on the size of the house that you're purchasing, right? So these are all tips that I'm giving you guys to help you to spot the opportunities, right? We're going to circle back to the beginning of the video. I want you guys to spot the opportunities, because there are a lot of opportunities out here in our market for people that are serious about buying a house or that are serious about getting investment properties, right? So take these tips, follow the things that I shared with you guys in this video, and then do your own research, right? Do your own research, because I'm kind of like giving y'all nuggets on how you can buy a house for little money or at most the best opportunity. Because remember, we're talking about the homeowner mindset. I don't want y'all to miss an opportunity because everybody around you is telling you that it's not a good time to buy. But If you're like, Vicky, okay, how do I know I'm ready to buy if everyone around me is telling me not to buy? Well, if you have a job, right? You have stable income, you pay your rent on time every month, even if you're struggling a little bit, you're still making your payments because you have not been kicked out. You don't have an eviction notice, right? Um, you're on your job, you've been working on that job, you got a steady paycheck. Really, they're only going to ask you for 30 days, worth of pay stubs when you go to apply for a home loan. If you just started a new job, they're going to ask you for 30-day worth of pay stubs from the last job you had, and an offer letter from the company where you just started at. A lot of people think that if they just start a job, they can't buy a house. If you're making close to the same income that you were making on the previous job, on your new job, you can use your last pay stubs or your bank statements to show how much was deposited. If you do ACH deposit, they'll take your bank statement. Yeah, and you could just use that to to show your income to mortgage companies, and they're going to take you through the underwriting process, right? Also, when you watch my channel and channels like mine, let the lender pre-approve you, okay? If you say, hey, I only have $10,000, are there any down payment assistance programs that are going to help me to get into this home with little to no money down at the table? Ask the lender if they have any programs for you. Also, understand that every lender is not approved by the state or the county to give you certain programs, right? There are certain programs that you have to use lenders that are approved by the state, by the county. When you if you're really looking for a down payment assistance program, then I would go to, like, in the state of Maryland, you can go to the maryland.gov website, type in down payment assistance programs. One of the big ones is MMP. You can go on that website, and they will actually give you a list of lenders that are approved to issue that down payment assistance grant. Last time I checked, which was 2 days ago, they still have money available for that grant. Okay. So this is also very important. If you watch a video online and they tell you about a down payment assistance program, please understand that most of these programs are only available, right, until the money is used up. So it's first come, first serve, and you want to make sure that funding is available. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and end the video right here, guys, because I think I left you guys with a lot of information. I just really want your takeaway to be staying focused on what you need versus what's being spoken, because if you don't understand how to read or listen to the economy or listen to the news, you can get out here and get tripped up out the bag and miss an opportunity right now. I was pleasantly surprised to find out that they're considering this 4.5 unemployment rate to be very low, right? Because every time I look at the news, every time I look at social media, every time I open up Google, I'm just seeing more companies lay people off. Everyone's talking about the effects of the tariffs. Temu posted the cost of what it would cost you with the tariff prices on their website, and I believe Amazon did the same, and that was a whole hoopla, right? So it's just shocking, right? It's shocking. I'm actively working with buyers that I have negotiated some of the best deals that I've seen literally in the last 2 years. Okay. Because I like, it has been a struggle out here for a lot of first time home buyers. Right now, though, right now, the market is right. So if you don't understand anything from this video, don't be ashamed to ask a question down below. I'm going to make sure that I put my contact information in the description. I have been kind of slacking on that because y'all know I'm still trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. I'm trying to get monetized, and I just want to keep my videos and my channel as clean as possible so the algorithm can do its thing. So if you like information like this, you want to support my channel, go ahead and subscribe so that you can continue to have the latest real estate news and even free consultation from a realtor like myself in DC, Maryland, and Virginia. Yeah, so I look forward to seeing y'all again. And until we meet again, bye bye.